Starting our countdown at number 1 is World of Tanks Modern Armor, which stands as the definitive console experience for armored warfare enthusiasts looking for variety and depth. This free-to-play title features a massive roster of historically accurate vehicles from World War II, alongside powerful modern tanks from the Cold War era. The gameplay loop revolves around tactical 15 against 15 matches, where positioning and armor angling are just as important as your ability to aim. You can customize your commanders and upgrade your tanks with various equipment to suit your playstyle. Regular updates bring seasonal content and new maps, keeping the battlefield fresh and engaging for veterans. At number 2, we have the incredibly detailed military simulation War Thunder, which offers a combined arms experience that is unmatched in terms of scale and realism. This game differentiates itself with a damage model that calculates ballistics and armor penetration, rather than relying on a simple health bar system. You can control ground vehicles, aircraft, and naval vessels in the same match, creating a chaotic and immersive warzone. The sheer number of available tanks is staggering, covering nations from all over the globe, with vehicles ranging from early pre-war designs to modern main battle tanks. It requires patience and strategic thinking to master the realistic physics and vehicle handling. Coming in at number 3 is the hardcore tactical shooter Hell Let Loose, which places a heavy emphasis on communication and teamwork within a massive 50 against 50 battle. Tanks in this game are formidable beasts that require a fully coordinated 3-man crew to operate effectively, including a driver, gunner, and commander. The immersion is intense as you look through the periscopes and coordinate with infantry squads to push the front line forward. Visibility is limited, and the lethality of anti-tank weaponry means you must move carefully with soldiers. The sound design is terrifyingly realistic, making every shell impact and engine roar feel significant. For number 4, we look at Enlisted, a squad-based shooter that allows you to control a tank crew directly while issuing orders to your AI squad mates. The damage mechanics are similar to other realistic sims, where a single well-placed shot can knock out your internal components or kill your crew members instantly. The game captures the scale of World War II battles perfectly, with tanks serving as vital mobile cover and fire support for the infantry pushing objectives. You can switch between crew members on the fly to drive, aim, or command, adding a layer of management to the combat. The progression system lets you unlock iconic tanks from different campaigns and upgrade their performance. Ranked 5th is the stylish action RPG Sandland, based on the manga by Akira Toriyama, where tank combat takes center stage in a dry desert world. You play as Beelzebub and pilot a highly customizable tank that feels distinct with its bouncy physics and arcade-style shooting mechanics. The game encourages exploration of a vast open world, where you scavenge for parts to upgrade your vehicle, engine, suspension, and weaponry. Combat is fast-paced and requires you to dodge enemy fire while utilizing different shell types to exploit weaknesses. The visual style is beautifully cel-shaded, capturing the charm of the original source material, while delivering satisfying vehicular destruction. Number 6 introduces the high-octane mech action of Armored Core 6, Fires of Rubicon, which, while technically about mechs, features tank tread legs that transform the gameplay into a heavy armor experience. Equipped with massive cannons and heavy armor plating, these tank builds sacrifice mobility for raw firepower and defense, allowing you to face roll through enemy barrages. The customization options are incredibly deep, letting you fine-tune every aspect of your machine, from the generator output to the firing control systems. Boss battles are intense spectacles that test your reflexes and build efficiency. The dystopian sci-fi setting provides a grim backdrop for the explosive combat encounters. At number 7 is the strategy title Company of Heroes 3 Console Edition, which brings the acclaimed real-time strategy franchise to the PlayStation 5, with controls optimized for gamepads. You command companies of soldiers and armored vehicles across the dynamic Italian and North African campaigns of World War II. The tactical pause feature allows you to freeze time and queue up orders, giving you full control over your tanks, flanking maneuvers, and positioning. Destruction is granular, with buildings crumbled under tank fodder and cover being eroded during prolonged firefights. The game rewards smart combined arms tactics, where tanks support infantry and artillery suppresses enemy positions. Landing at number 8 is the massive shooter Battlefield 2042, which features large-scale vehicular warfare on expansive maps designed for 128 players. The tank gameplay here is arcade-focused but deeply satisfying, with modern main battle tanks that can be customized with active protection systems and thermal optics. You can call in vehicles instantly via the airdrop system, ensuring you are never far from the action. The dynamic weather events, like tornadoes, add an unpredictable element to tank battles, forcing you to adapt your strategy. Despite a rocky launch, the game has been improved significantly, offering robust armored combat in a futuristic setting. Number 9 takes us back in time, with Battlefield B offering some of the most visceral World War II tank combat available in a first-person shooter. The attrition system means you have limited ammo and must return to supply stations, which adds a layer of strategy to your tank runs. Vehicle specialization trees allow you to upgrade your tanks with better armor skirts or more powerful cannons, depending on your preferred role. The turret rotation speed is limited, preventing you from spinning instantly and emphasizing the weight of these metal beasts. Destruction is a key element, allowing you to drive through buildings and flatten cover to expose enemy infantry. Rounding out the top 10 is the post-apocalyptic vehicular combat game Crossout, where creativity is your only limit in designing your own war machine. You build your vehicle from scratch using thousands of possible parts, including tank tracks, cannons, and armor plating, to create a unique tank that suits your playstyle. The physics-based damage system means that enemies can shoot off specific parts of your vehicle, affecting your movement and combat effectiveness in real time. Battles are short and intense, focusing on team coordination and aiming for the vital components of enemy builds. The market economy allows you to trade parts with other players and grind for better gear. Number 11 brings us MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries, a simulation-heavy title where you pilot massive battle mechs that function as walking tanks in a futuristic war zone. The sense of scale is immense as you stomp through cities and forests, unleashing salvos of missiles and lasers on your enemies. You manage a mercenary company, repairing your mechs and negotiating contracts while navigating the politics of the inner sphere. The combat is slow and deliberate, requiring you to manage heat levels and torso twisting to spread incoming damage across your armor. Cooperative multiplayer allows you to tackle difficult missions with friends, coordinating fire on high-value targets. At number 12 is the unique RPG Metal Max Xeno Reborn, which celebrates the bond between a hero and their tank in a desolate wasteland. This game features a real-time battle system with turn-based elements, allowing you to drive around freely and shoot enemies while managing action points. You can modify your tanks with bizarre and powerful weaponry, including laser beams and massive cannons that look comically large. The exploration involves hunting down wanted monsters and scavenging for ancient technology to improve your chassis. The art style is distinct, and the gameplay loop of upgrading your tank to fight bigger monsters is surprisingly addictive. Ranking 13 is the strategy masterpiece Valkyria Chronicles 4 Remastered, which blends turn-based tactics with real-time third-person shooting elements. The tank in this game, known as the Hafen, serves as the mobile command center and heavy hitter for your squad, providing cover and destroying enemy armor. You spend command points to move your units, and the tank requires more points but delivers devastating firepower in return. The watercolor art style gives the game a storybook aesthetic that contrasts with the serious themes of war and sacrifice. The story focuses on Squad E and their journey through a fictionalized version of World War II Europe. Number 14 is the real-time strategy game Iron Harvest, Complete Edition, set in an alternate history of the 1920s, where diesel punk mechs replaced traditional tanks. These walking machines are clunky and heavy, firing massive shells and tearing through the battlefield with industrial brutality. The game focuses on cover-based infantry combat supported by these iron giants, which can turn the tide of battle with their special abilities. The narrative is strong, featuring 3 distinct campaigns that weave together a story of political intrigue and revolution. Destruction plays a huge role, as mechs can walk through buildings and create new paths for your troops. At number 15, we have Sudden Strike 4 Complete Collection, which offers a hardcore real-time strategy experience, focusing on historical accuracy and tactical depth. Unlike other RTS games, there's no base building here, so you must carefully manage your limited units and fuel supplies to survive. The tank combat is realistic, with armor values varying on different sides of the vehicle, encouraging flanking maneuvers and ambushes. You can choose from different commanders who provide unique bonuses and deference to your armored forces. The game includes extensively researched campaigns that cover the major theaters of World War II. Number 16 is the anime-inspired Girls and Panzer Dream Tank Match DX, which is a dream come true for fans of the series and arcade tank battles. You can pilot over 30 distinct tanks from the show, each with their own unique handling and crew voice lines. The gameplay is fast and accessible, emphasizing fun over simulation, with special moves and drift mechanics that defy physics. You can customize your tanks with decals and colors, while reliving key moments from the anime in the story mode. The multiplayer allows for chaotic matches, where you can team up with friends to prove which school has the best tankery skills. Coming in at 17 is the massive multiplayer shooter PlanetSide 2, which holds the record for the largest FPS battles in gaming history. Tanks play a crucial role in the tug-of-war for territory, with massive armor columns clashing across entire continents. The scale is breathtaking, with hundreds of players and vehicles fighting simultaneously in a persistent war that never ends. You can customize your tank with different turrets and chassis upgrades to specialize in anti-infantry or anti-armor roles. The combined arms gameplay requires you to watch the skies for aircraft while engaging enemy armor on the ground. At number 18, we switch gears to the off-road simulation SnowRunner, which challenges you to drive heavy vehicles through extreme environments. While primarily about trucks, the game features military-grade heavy haulers that feel like tanks as they crush through mud, snow, and ice. The physics engine is incredibly advanced, simulating the deformation of terrain under your tires and tracks. You must manage your fuel and winch your way out of sticky situations while completing delivery contracts in hostile wilderness. The slow, methodical pace is relaxing, yet tense, as one wrong move can leave you stranded in the middle of nowhere. Number 19 is the open-world giant Grand Theft Auto 5, which features the Rhino and Khanjali tanks as ultimate tools of destruction. Once you acquire a tank, the game becomes a playground where you can rampage through the streets of Los Santos, blowing up police cars and helicopters with ease. The arcade physics allow for hilarious moments, like launching cars into the air or surviving impossible falls. While not a tank simulator, the feeling of power you get from rolling down the highway in an armored beast is undeniable. The online mode offers even more vehicular mayhem, with futuristic tanks and weaponized vehicles. At number 20 is the tropical shooter Far Cry 6, where you can hijack and pilot vintage tanks to liberate the island nation of Yara. The tanks here are clunky Cold War-era relics that fit the setting perfectly, allowing you to blow up checkpoints and military convoys. You can repair your tank on the fly using your blowtorch, which keeps the action going during heated firefights. The first-person view inside the tank adds to the immersion, limiting your vision and making you rely on your radar. Using a tank to assault a heavily guarded base is one of the most satisfying ways to play the game. Number 21 features the explosive sandbox of Just Cause 4, where physics take a backseat to pure chaos and destruction. You can airdrop tanks anywhere in the world and use them to obliterate enemy infrastructure in spectacular fashion. The game allows you to attach balloons and boosters to your tank, making it fly or spin uncontrollably for hilarious results. The Black Hand Army throws everything at you, so having a tank is often necessary to survive the escalating heat levels. The sheer variety of vehicles ensures that you always have a new way to blow things up. Ranking 22 is the beloved shooter Titanfall 2, where you pilot agile mechs called Titans that function as high-tech, futuristic tanks. Each Titan class has a distinct loadout and playstyle, from the sword-wielding Ronin to the heavy chain gun-firing Legion. The bond between the pilot and the Titan is a central theme of the single-player campaign, which is widely considered one of the best in the genre. The multiplayer involves a rhythm of fighting as a pilot to earn your Titanfall, and then dominating the map in your armored machine. The controls are tight and responsive, making every engagement feel fair and skill-based. At 23 is Mobile Suit Gundam Battle Operation 2, a free-to-play team battle action game that emphasizes the weight and mechanics of mobile suits. The combat feels grounded and heavy, similar to operating a tank rather than a nimble superhero robot. You can exit your mobile suit to repair it or capture spawn points on foot, adding a tactical layer to matches. The roster includes hundreds of mobile suits from the Universal Century timeline, each with detailed models and weapon animations. Matches are 6 against 6 affairs that reward coordination and proper spacing. Number 24 is the atmospheric shooter Generation Zero, set in 1980 Sweden where hostile machines have taken over the countryside. While you play as a human survivor, the enemies are essentially autonomous tanks of varying sizes that hunt you down. You can eventually pilot captured machines and build bases to defend against the mechanical horde. The combat is tactical, requiring you to target specific components like fuel tanks and sensors to disable the machines. The sound design of the machines stomping through the forest is terrifying and builds a unique tension. Coming in at 25 is Sniper Elite 5, which features highly detailed tanks as formidable mini-bosses that require precision to destroy. You cannot simply shoot them with a rifle. You must identify their weak points, like the engine vents or driver vision slit, to take them out. The kill cam shows the internal destruction of the tank crew and engine block in gruesome detail when you land a perfect shot. Sneaking around tanks while they rotate their turrets creates tense stealth moments that break up the sniping gameplay. The game rewards patience and planning when dealing with armor. At 26 is Terminator Resistance Enhanced, a first-person shooter set during the future war against Skynet. You face off against iconic hunter-killer tanks that patrol the ruined streets of Los Angeles with terrifying efficiency. These massive machines are heavily armored and require you to use heavy weaponry and energy weapons to destroy. The atmosphere captures the dark and desperate tone of the original films perfectly, with a pulsing synth soundtrack. Fighting these tanks feels like a true underdog battle, where you must use cover and mobility to survive their plasma barrages. Number 27 is Wolfenstein 2: The New Colossus, which features the Panzer Hund and other mechanical monstrosities that serve as the Nazis' armored units. There are sequences where you get to ride these mechanical beasts and unleash fire on your enemies in a cathartic display of power. The alternate history setting allows for unique tank designs that blend retro aesthetics with futuristic technology. The game is a narrative-driven experience that does not shy away from brutal violence and over-the-top action set pieces. The feeling of turning the enemy weapons against them is a highlight of the campaign. Ranking 28 is the voxel-based destruction game Teardown, which features levels and mods that introduce functional tanks to the fully destructible environments. You can drive tanks through walls, destroy buildings piece by piece, and create your own paths to complete heist objectives. The physics engine allows for realistic destruction, where debris falls and interacts with the vehicle tracks. The modding community on console has brought in various military vehicles that expand the sandbox possibilities. It is a puzzle game disguised as a destruction simulator, where tanks are tools to solve problems. At 29 is the vehicular combat game Mad Max, where you build the magnum opus, a car that eventually becomes a tank-like fortress on wheels. While not a traditional tank game, the vehicular combat is heavy and relies on ramming, armor plating, and side-mounted cannons to destroy enemy convoys. You upgrade your car with heavy armor and defensive spikes to survive the harsh wasteland and its inhabitants. The car combat is visceral and satisfying, with explosions and flying metal parts filling the screen. The open world is vast and atmospheric, capturing the desolation of the movie franchise. Finally, at number 30 is the looter-shooter Borderlands 3, which features the Iron Bear mech for the character Moze, acting as a summonable tank. You can customize the hardpoints on the mech with railguns, flamethrowers, and rocket launchers to decimate waves of enemies. The skill tree allows you to upgrade the armor and duration of the mech, making it a viable build for endgame content. The cel-shaded graphics and over-the-top humor make the tank combat feel distinct and chaotic. It offers a fun cooperative experience where one player pilots while another can ride on the back.